Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Taurus. If Taurus is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Let's try that again. Okay. All right, let's see what these tea leaves have to say. All right. Looks like we have a big tree right there. Immediately I see a big tree. Okay, and so our card is the Emperor. And if you've never watched any of my readings before, I will just mention that I pull a card for every reading just to kind of get an idea of what maybe some of the energy might be. Okay, and then we kind of look at the formations in the teacup to see what else is going on. Okay, so we have, it looks like a large bee. Okay. It almost actually looks like a wasp. Either way, it is a pollinator. We're in, I am in our household anyways. I'm on a campaign to kind of rebrand the wasp here. Anyway, we try to, unless they, of course, you know, are building a huge nest where it is dangerous, we try to leave them alone and let them do their work. We try not to be afraid of them or, you know, mess with them or any of that. Thankfully, the last few years, not one single problem. And we have a lot of different kinds of wasps. So, really in the mindset that, you know, they receive our energy. And as long as we're being careful and mindful, they really don't care that much about what we're doing. But here I see we have a pollinator and a tree. Okay, and I feel like this totally makes sense. This is kind of different parts of a larger process. As we know, the pollinators, especially with trees that bear fruits, are so important. They come in, they pollinate, they get, you know, all the cross-pollination, they get those blossoms going, and the fruit then comes after. Okay, and to me, looking at this, it's so easy to forget about how that many moving parts there are in any one thing. Okay, I feel like we often think that, you know, we rule our universe, and maybe that's part of that emperor mindset. Okay, we are, you know, the apex predator of our environment, and maybe that's true, but that doesn't mean that we don't need every other little thing that comes together to create the world that we live in. And you know, I think we also forget that we are not apart from nature. I catch myself saying it too. Oh, I like to go out in nature. I like to be in nature. Well, I am quite literally nature. I am an expression of nature. There is no separation between me and the great, you know, the greater nature of things. And so, I think when we can kind of come to these moments in our life where we remember, you know, the cosmos may be infinite. The universes may be infinite. There might be infinite timelines. But our consciousness is here where it is, and we play a very important role. And everything around us does as well. We cannot control much. You know, really what it comes down to is our reactions and our perceptions. Those are the things that we can control. This is where you have the ability to be the decider. Okay? And I think that in these last months, years, whatever, you have really come to this understanding about your time in this reality. That you can't make anybody do anything. You can't force anything to happen. You cannot, you cannot see all of the different perception or all of the different perspectives, all of the different moving parts. But what you can do is decide how are you going to experience things, how are you going to react to things, where that maybe manifests as a behavior or a coping mechanism that you don't like, then you do the work to change it. And I think you're very acutely aware of this. That is huge. Okay, that is a big self-evolution. Not a lot of people come to these understandings. And even less are able to put this into practice. Okay. I feel, and this is kind of the same, kind of that queen bee, king bee. Well, they're always queens, but, head bee, kind of, role. Okay. I find in looking at this that your ability to rule yourself, to continue to refine self, cultivate self, people are attracted to that. You are a natural leader, and I think it's something that you fit into well. I also, because you are a Taurus, probably you are an unconventional thinker. You are creative. You think outside the box. You have the ability to grow strange, beautiful, innovative, expansive things. And I see within this tree, you're the kind of person that begins something that people want to get involved in, right? You can create a community, an atmosphere, a movement, whatever it is, a business, a collective. You are the kind of person that can do this, okay? Not a lot of people have that ability. Let's see. Okay, so I think that this is like one of your kind of superpowers. But the big thing to me that stands out is that because you are able to lead, I also think because you have that unconventional and very creative mindset, you don't necessarily want to lead people, which kind of makes you an excellent leader. Okay. I don't think that you have that possessiveness, the narcissism, the kind of, the fits that some people kind of get into when things don't go their way. That's not who you are. You kind of just do and go with the flow. We have this little llama here, and then we have a heart above it and a heart above it. And to me, the llama is like cool as a cucumber, right? Just kind of doing their thing, hanging out. They work hard. They are a pack animal, among other things. But aside from how they benefit us humans, they are a family-oriented animal, a pack animal. They are, you know, just very, usually anyways, the ones I've experienced, have a very kind of cool demeanor, easygoing. I think that this is not always, but generally kind of how you are in life, and your socializing, in your work, and in your leadership. I think that you are receptive to listening to other people's ideas, but you are also confident enough to say, I don't think that's exactly what we're looking for. This isn't exactly what, you know, I envisioned, or whatever it is. You are discerning, okay? And you speak up. You speak up. Let's see. We also have, I'm trying to figure out, what is this person doing? It almost looks like they're going to dive into the pool. They kind of have their knees bent, arm out. And so I do think that maybe this is, you are beginning something. You're about to jump into the deep end. And so, and this is kind of in this physical, emotional, and looks like going into the metaphysical zone. So I think that this is really has to do with some kind of wellness, spiritual work, interior work. And I wonder if this is going to be implemented into the kind of greater work that you are doing with others. Maybe within your job, maybe you do some kind of volunteer work, whatever it is. I think that you are really good at kind of weaving in some of the spirituality, these good vibes, blessings, kind of all around throughout your life. It's not like super separate things. Then we have a little dog down here. Okay, and to me, whenever I see the dog, it really is a symbol of somebody who is loyal to you, somebody you are loyal to. This is in the emotional zone, so I have a feeling that this is somebody who's important, maybe a good friend. I feel like maybe you do work together, you do some kind of creative stuff, and I think that, you know, if you have not already collaborated recently, this is definitely going to be in the works. Okay, so I would look out for that. And, you know, if you've been questioning it, do it. I see the dog again, actually. It looks like it's kind of standing up, like it's, you know, like when you come home and the dog's jumping up on you. And then I see a check mark right here. So to me, this says, do the thing. Check this off your list. If you have been kind of waning on, oh, I don't know if it's the right time or if this is the right project, I think that it is. And I think that you should at least, you know, try to get it going. I feel like this person really wants to work with you, really wants to be more involved with your life where you are willing. And, you know, I think that this could be a really awesome experience for both of you. And then here we have the illuminating candles. So we have a big spiritual download coming. This is a large one with a large flame. So, you know, look for signs, symbols, synchronicities. I feel for some reason this is going to be less in the dream world, where I usually say, okay, this is going to be visions, dreams, stuff, visitations. I feel like this is going to be more like patterns and synchronicities in your life. Because it's in this physical realm, it really seems like it will be manifesting there. So make sure you kind of keep track of some of the stuff that you're seeing, some of the maybe repeating numbers, words, like I said, symbols. It could be impressions, whatever it is. You know, it's interesting how the universe speaks to us. And it's even more interesting when we're kind of aware that it is happening and we're looking for it. Okay. So, I wanted to, this one, we have, it looks like an eagle kind of perched with its wings wide open. And this has been such an energy in my life personally, but in a lot of the other people who are viewing the readings, we've had a lot of hawk sightings, a lot of eagle sightings. These energies are big and powerful. And really, the thing that comes through to me is a lot of creative ideas, very sharp intellect. I really think that you are in a zone of coming up with interesting ideas. You know, just kind of cultivating all kinds of for some reason, I imagine kind of funny, kind of clever. You know, maybe you're a content creator, maybe you're an artist, whatever it is. I think that this is a really good time to kind of indulge all of these thoughts that are coming through. Excuse me. Ooh, big sneeze there. And really kind of, you know, put your energies, baby that energy. Take advantage of it. You know, foster it. And, you know, I think things like brainstorming, making lists, keeping little, you know, journals that have kind of your ideas written down. These are always good ideas. So it's always a good idea to have a book of ideas. Even if you don't really qualify yourself as like a writer or an artist or whatever, I think it really trains your brain to kind of conceive things. Always thinking about, oh, this would be neat if, or this would be funny if, you know, and just keeping like a running log of that. It's interesting how we start to, your brain kind of starts to pick up on things in your world, kind of weaves composite ideas together. And, you know, next thing you know, you really are a very creative person. So I think everybody should be doing this if you think you are creative or not. And then we have a heart right here, and it looks actually like two people kind of sitting together, and I feel like, interestingly, this almost feels like an old love, an enduring love, kind of like almost you witnessed your grandparents or maybe your elderly neighbors or something. They've had a long marriage. They've had a marriage of respect, being on an equal plane together. You maybe have been lucky enough to witness more than one relationship like that. You know, a lot of us, it takes a lot of time to ever see a relationship that is functional and happy and has that that respect there. But when you do, it is really important that we kind of take that in, you know. We can decide who our role models are, even if we ourselves are older. You know, I'm almost in my 40s. I still have new role models all the time. I really admire people, and I think that that has always helped me grow so much, because I've always looked to other people, not for answers so much, but just for kind of verification that people out here living lives that are wonderful, beautiful. There are aspects of their lives, of their personality, of their experience that are very honorable, interesting, dynamic, right? And we need that. We need to be able to look and experience these different kinds of configurations within other people. It really does help us live a better life. Okay, let's see. We have some emotionality. I was thinking, okay, this looks like there's a little bit of anxiety, but I don't think so, actually. Now, I think that there's some emotions coming up. I feel like you have a happy thing occurring soon. So maybe like a wedding, a baby being born, I don't know, something going on. That's bringing the family together, or bringing like a friends group together. Something that you are going to enjoy. So I think really soak it all up. And I think this maybe has to do with seeing that love that maybe those people in your life who have had the enduring relationship, maybe there is like a family thing happening. So you're going to be really close to that and reminded of how beautiful, you know, such a thing can be. Okay, so we're going to look at the gratitude. Let's see, what does it say? This little gratitude, a little deck of appreciation by Lorraine Anderson. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of stop where it feels right. Okay, and we have some kind of moth here. And it says, everything has value. Nothing is too small to be appreciated. Yeah. I think that's right. I believe that to be true. You know, I go hard in my readings. I talk about this a lot. I think that it's so important to go and even just be outside, go sit in the grass, look down, see what the bugs are doing, see what the plants are doing. You will notice so many things in the little micro universe. It is important for us to remember that it takes a lot of little things to come together to build this magnificent world, this nature that we live in. We are part of nature. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and say thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor. And I've probably sounded a bit frazzled through some of this reading. I just literally pulled off half my toenail on accident, pulling in a box. And so I'm crying a little bit in my heart. I'm gonna go soak my toe real quick. And so anyways, sorry to be it's kind of throbbing, it hurts a little bit. Sorry to be graphic, but it is an honor to be able to do these readings for you, with you. And if you'd be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm. The algorithm really decides everything about everything here and everywhere on the internet and in the world as well. So we like to give it what it wants, which is engagement. Things like liking the video, watching the readings from the beginning to the end, sharing the readings on other social media platforms. And if you of course, you don't have to do any of these things. I like to mention them in case you are interested in supporting the channel in some way, and these are really the best ways to do that. If you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing so. You can hit the little bell when you do. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. Between now and the next Taurus, you can watch your other placements, your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising. You can do your Venus or love and cross-watching for your loved ones and other people in your life. If you are nosy like me and want to see what's going on with them. And if you want to leave a comment, please do. I read all of them. I appreciate each and every one of them. They mean so much to me. They really do. I'm not just saying that. And I reply back to all of them. So sometimes it takes me a day or two to get back to you, but I promise that I will. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go soak my toe. I thank you, thank you, thank you. And I love you, Taurus. We will talk again in just a few days. Okay, bye.